Before we get started, if you haven't turned off your cell phones, we please ask you to do so now. Keep in mind, these meetings are televised, so when you approach the podium, please let us know the business you represent and your name, and you could lay out your plans on a desk beside the podium, and the overhead camera will pick those up. So before we get started with the agenda, Lisa is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. If you'd please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, why don't we get started here? We have, looks like 5 items on our agenda tonight. First one being Design Review Board 2013-72, the application of Denron Sign Company Incorporated at 335 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a freestanding sign. Good evening, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis McLaughlin from Denron Sign Company. I don't own that building. It's just I'm on there because there's 4 tenants within there. So, I mean, Pargold Jones is a woman that actually owns the building. But it's just written up that way.
Is that the official Denron sweater you're wearing?
Yes, it is.
That's quite handsome.
All different colors, but we keep the logos.
Okay, Dan. You certainly know the drill, so I don't have to explain to you what we're looking for, so I'll just turn you loose there, Dennis.
Okay. I just wanted to put up a picture of the existing sign, which I didn't do. And I heard people popped in about and everything. They didn't like that particular sign. So the landlord's changing the signs. One of the tenants took it upon themselves to do that.
Great.
The new sign here that I'm proposing is a hand-carved Goldleaf sign. It's 30 square feet. And it's, right now the sign's about 7 foot high. We're allowed to 8 feet, so it's going to be like a foot higher than that. And the same width as that sign now, but it'll have 4 tenants in it, and they're like 15 inches each panel. So when a tenant does move out, they'll be able to just remove those panels and not have to change the whole sign like they have to do they had to do in the past. But we're going to put all new. It'll be new posts. It'll be 6x6 aluminum post with PVC caps and round gold leaf finials. And the post will be black. And then the signs will be 1.5 thick urethane, all painted with a 2-part polyurethane paint. The portions in gold will be carved and filled with the 23-karat gold leaf. And then the logos will be in white. The portions you see in white will be vinyl lettering on the surface, things of that nature. And then just the address number at the top for, EMS purposes and things like that. So we'll remove that sign, put it in the existing spot, and just raise it like a foot. It'll all be embedded in concrete, and it'll be in there nice and solid.
So it looks like you're going to max it out at 30 square feet, which
Correct.
you're allowed. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right, and 8 feet, which you're allowed.
Right.
Okay. Dennis, has there ever been an issue with sight lines on that sign, do you know?
No, in fact, when you pull out, you don't have any problems at all. It is like 12 feet back from the curb line.
Okay. And a neighboring business just west never had an issue with that?
No.
Okay.
No. In fact, there are signs in the same
Right.
line as you look down the street and everything.
Okay, non-illuminated?
Not illuminated, right. They just wanted to look nice. Actually, I believe the woman that owned the building, this is her daughter that's handling it and everything, and she's married to the lawyer there, Chris Jones. Her name's Pargold Jones, and they're the ones that wanted it to get up to snuff and
Right.
make it look nice and classy.
What's her first name again?
Pargol, P-A-R-G-O-L.
Okay.
I think it looks nice.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what's the board feel about it? Lisa, you like it?
Yeah, it's a big.
Yeah, they all fit together real well. It's a nice sign.
Tony?
I had no problem.
Okay. All right. Any comments for us, Dennis? You okay?
No, that's all right.
Okay. So, Lisa, you'd like to make a motion for approval? Thank you.
In the matter of DRB-2013-72, the Denron Sign Company proposal for 335 West Lancaster, no, I'm sorry. That's the actual location of the business, 335 West Lancaster Avenue. I move that we approve the signage as submitted.
Here, a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thanks, Dan. Okay, and next on the agenda is DRB 2013-73, the application of Stratford Shopping Center, 373 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a freestanding sign.
That's me again. And
Okay.
there's an existing, what do you want to call it? Monument directory sign there for Stratford. And they have a lot more tenants now with smaller spaces and everything. And every time they change a tenant face, it becomes very expensive for them with the routed metal faces and things of that nature. But we have to do it to make room for all tenants now. We're still doing it opaque, but it'll be acrylic with an opaque background. Just the letters will illuminate. And then we have the white dividing lines that'll illuminate as well. So when we change the tenants in the future, I didn't work on this sign in the past, but we'll change it over and everything. We can do it on site. We can remove the burgundy vinyl, bring out new burgundy vinyl, and do it right on site. It'll be inexpensive, but still opaque, and I think it'll work better for the realtors that are running the center.
So Dennis, the material itself will be
An acrylic that's translucent,
Right.
the letters will illuminate, but it'll be an opaque burgundy vinyl on there.
okay, I think one of the issues before with that, and I don't know whether it was just different people making different panels as time went on, but the colors never seemed to match, or whether they faded out in the sun.
Right, well, and that's
Yeah.
the same thing. If you look at the sample of the existing sign,
Right.
even the faded paints, at least with the vinyl colors, we can use the 3M vinyls it's supposed to hold up to 9 years before fading.
Okay.
So it should look more consistent this way. With the spray painted faces and the metal that they have now, it looks like a faded burgundy
Right.
that like is oxidized like. So I think it'll look neater this way for them.
Okay, and you're going to add Stratford Shopping Center to the base, it looks like.
Correct.
Okay.
It has the address down there now, but in order to make space for the tenants, we just moved the address numbers to the top, and we're going to put formed plastic letters on the bottom where the address number was. So we can still utilize the same structure, and they don't have to buy a whole new structure. We have to do some work on the inside of the sign because with the metal routed faces, there are brackets on the inside, so we have to make sure that those brackets don't interfere with the lighted letters and
Right.
mess up readability or anything like that when people are driving down the street. But it's a lot of work, but I think it'll look nice once it's all done.
Great. Okay, questions, comments?
What about companies like FedEx? They're not going to insist on having their logo colors.
No, the realtor that runs the center told them that everything had to be uniform.
Yeah, there are a couple other businesses that aren't listed here, like FedEx. If I have the right, do I have the right?
Well, see, there's so
Yeah.
many. There's, let me show you. Sorry, I didn't pull out. There's so many of them, that some of the tenants are only on one side.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay,
FedEx is on this side, but not on that one.
gotcha.
You know, years ago, like 10 years ago, there was like 8 large tenants there and everything could fit in there correctly. But you're really not allowed to go larger
Right.
for, if we made a new sign, so we might as well do it this way, so, and the tenants still seem happy with it, the Realtor said.
Okay. Good. All right. Any other questions, comments? Lisa?
Make it
And
look
we are
good.
gonna clean it up too and power wash the stucco so
Okay.
it looks nicer,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of, stains on it now and everything
No, I'm sure you're
from
doing a nice
over the
job.
years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Looks good.
great. All right, who would like to make a motion on this application? Tony?
In the matter of DRB 2013-73, Stratford Shopping Center, 373 West Lancaster Avenue, Wayne, PA. The submission is approved as submitted.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, Dennis.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks. All right, Dennis. We'll see you soon. Okay.
I'll be by to get the permit.
Okay, next is DRB 2013-74, the application of Pizza Hut at 1084 East Lancaster Avenue in Rosemont for a freestanding sign and an awning sign.
How are you?
Hi there.
Shiraj Patel from Rohan Group.
Nice to see you. I think we're all familiar with this location. They've been in a few times for various changes. Okay, good.
Requesting a change of exterior building sign on an existing awning. It used to be Papa John's with a new Pizza Hut
Okay,
on 2 awnings on the front and side of the buildings. Existing awning and material as is. We are not changing that, just the logo on top of the awning.
how's that application done? I mean, you're going to keep the existing canvas there?
Keep the, actually what happened was sign company came and took the whole awning with them.
Okay,
So they're gonna remove the letters, because if they tried to do it on the site, it would have damaged the awning material. So they took the awnings with them, they took it to their shop. They're gonna try to remove the existing Papa John's letter off and put the new Pizza Hut logo on it.
okay. If it doesn't come out right, are they going to put new awning material there on the face of it?
From what I understand, everything came out perfect, and the
Okay.
new signs are already, came on nice.
Okay, because we have one business in town that was in maybe 6 months ago, and same thing, you know, they wanted to use existing awning, take down the letters, put new letters up.
Right.
Before you know it, the new letters are falling off, and it looks
that's the same
terrible.
exact thing Kevin from Fast Sign told me. He says, if I try to do it on the site here, I'm gonna ruin the awning.
All right,
And we'll have, and also replacing existing pylon sign right underneath the subway with a new Pizza Hut sign, with a polycarbonate replacement bases, with black opaque lockout vinyl as a background.
okay.
That's also an existing pylon sign, we are just changing the faceplate.
You guys all right with that?
No problem.
Yeah, as long as it's opaque, and, yeah, because we've approved that sign fairly recently, so, okay, good. And getting back to the awning just for a second, the letters can't be more than 8 inches
They
tall?
are not more than 8 inches,
Okay.
as there was
Okay,
shown on the
just
drawing.
making sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, and you also have a window decal, I believe, right?
No window decals.
Oh, yeah, I thought you had one over the Papa John's, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes,
Yeah.
correct, sorry.
Okay.
In the front of the entrance door.
Okay,
Same size as Papa John's.
okay. All right, comments, questions? Lisa?
I'm good.
You all right? You guys okay, Tony? Okay. Brian, you want to handle this one?
Sure. In the matter of DRB 2013-74, Pizza Hut, 1084 East Lancaster Ave in Rosemont, I move that we approve as submitted.
Okay, here a second.
Second.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, thank
so
you.
much.
Did you have any other questions for us? You all
No,
right?
that's it. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
Thank you. Okay, moving right along. We're DRB 2013-75, the application of Paula's at 128 North Wayne Avenue in Wayne, under the Wayne Business Overlay District for a wall sign.
Good evening.
Hello there. Hi.
Hiya.
Okay. These gentlemen have been in to see us before.
Certainly have.
Yeah, we have approved portico, we approved the wall sign, but there's going to be a wall sign correction. So,
Design modification.
thank you, John.
When we had finished the portico. Hello?
Yes.
When we had finished the portico with the backlit letters cut out with a light diffusing panel, it was so gorgeous that Paula thought, why don't we do the sign similar? We were going to cut out the letters three-dimensional.
John, why don't you tell everybody who you are, too, and so you guys can introduce yourselves.
I'm sorry.
Want to introduce yourself so everybody
Oh,
knows?
John Aiken
Thank you.
and Michael Diuccio. He's with
Right.
Paula's, and I help out and eat there a lot.
You work for food, right?
I'll work for haircuts, food, my mortgage, whatever.
Whatever it takes.
This was the original approval.
John, you be more comfortable? John, want to use a handheld?
Oh, modern technology.
I know this could be trouble giving you that handheld,
Used to
but, you know.
megaphones
Okay, all right. Okay.
Cuneiform tablets and
All right.
that sort of thing. Thank you.
That's just-
This is the finished portico with the backlit letters that stand out beautifully at night and the day. It's a white diffusing panel, the lights are hidden, and it was so effective that when Paula suggested that, we do it the same. I had spoken to y'all and then did this design change, so going from this to this, which is a box. Here it is from the side, about 5 inches deep. It's about 5.5 feet long, and I think it's 20 inches high. The letters are still the 15-inch height from the previous approval, but this would be cut out, backlit, with a light diffusing panel, which stands out very nicely during the day. I think one or two of you all have seen it, and at night, it's quite readable across the street. It doesn't glare. It's not bright. It's a very soft lit, diffused light behind it. And we were hoping to make this, it's also an easier construction. And again, you won't see any of the mountings, wires, lights, or fixtures. They are all hidden underneath.
Incredible.
Yeah, I think it'll complement the portico,
I
real
think it
nice.
Balances it nicely.
Say again?
I think it'll complement the portico very nicely.
It will blend very nicely, and also the black against the red brick stands out, whereas just letters, if you look at some of the buildings on North Wayne Avenue there, it's difficult to read with the colors. The colors kind of disappear against the bland red bricks, and this black stands out beautifully, and the lighting is quite subtle and nice at night and during the day. Easily readable. We went across the street and stood and looked at it, and it compared it to other signs and how well. I'm sure the police and the fire department will like it if they have to find it. Of course, they already know where Paula's is.
Of course.
Okay, guys, what do you think?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks
I
great.
can't say enough.
And it's done with the redwood cedar, cut out, 12 coats of primer, finish, marine spar varnish, that sort of thing.
John, how are you going to hang that? You know, we have the
Hidden brackets and wall anchors into the wall. The
Okay.
box will have the octagonal panel against the wall, and the entire box will hinge up to change lights, drop down with pegged fasteners, and a hinged back, so it'll be just basically a rectangular box on the wall, lit from the inside. And none of the fasteners, in the portico, we used lead anchors behind the beams, and then they were covered with some of the waterfall filigree, so you don't see any fixtures, nuts, bolts, nails, lights, or anything like that. It's quite clean and simple. And this is actually easier to make than the carved-out letters by a great deal.
Okay, Lisa, what do you think?
I have to compliment you on your level of detail and attention you've done through the design process.
It drives
really
people
shows.
crazy.
No, it really did a very nice job.
There won't be a base left uncovered.
Right.
You know, I'll go around the baseball diamond twice for one
No,
home run.
You really did a nice job.
Thank you for your compliments.
Good.
Okay.
All right, any other questions for the board? Michael, John? You okay?
When can we start? No.
I have to talk to Bill about that, but, but Lisa, you'd like to make a motion? Thank you.
In the matter of DRB 2013-75 for Paola's Restaurant, I move that we approve the signage, the revised signage as submitted this evening.
Okay, we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Looks great.
Thanks.
Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Okay, you bet. Okay. And last on our agenda tonight is DRB 2013-76, the application of Frankel Kirschenbaum at 1230 County Line Road in Bryn Mawr, zoned R5 for a freestanding sign. Welcome, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Hi there.
How you doing? My name is Daniel Kolscher. I am with Pro Sign Company, and this is David Kirschenbaum. Or Frank. Frank, sorry. What we have here is a freestanding post and panel, HDU, sandblasted sign. It's going to be finished in white with raised copy that will be painted. The sign will be embedded in concrete as per the drawing here. It's to be installed directly into the ground in front of the property, back far enough from the road here. I think it meets, I'm pretty certain it meets all the requirements with regards to, size
Yeah.
and what have you. It's non-illuminated, and it's also, the sign material itself is HDU, which is high-density urethane, so it's not wood, it's not going to check. It's very durable substrate material. It'll have decorative finials on the top, and it's really not too much to it.
Right.
I don't know if we're out of focus here, if that's my eyes. Could be either.
Comments? Comments?
I
Questions?
think it looks fine.
I do too.
I'll tell you my comment on it, a couple comments.
Sure.
I think it's awful busy. There's a lot on there, and that traffic goes whipping by pretty quick. And unless you're walking, that's the only way you're maybe going to read everything. So that's one of my comments. The other comment is, and it's just me talking, it looks like that SUV is going to block out some of the sign in the photograph we have here.
Right?
I mean, you have the opportunity to raise that sign up a little bit, make it a so-called pole sign, and you're allowed 25 square feet with a pole sign, but you can go up a little higher.
Okay.
And I don't know, I mean, you guys are there, seeing it firsthand, but to me, it looks like you're going to get blocked a little bit with the cars.
Okay.
So, I mean, they're just comments. I don't know how the board feels about that. I just think it's a little busy and maybe a little too low.
Well, they can have a larger sign on a pole sign.
Well, you can go up to eight feet from grade on a ground sign, and up to 15 on a pole sign as such. So, but a pole sign, your square footage shrinks a little bit. So it shrinks down to 25 square feet. On a ground sign, you can
Bob?
go 30 square feet. Yes?
I think there's a problem with that in that this is located in the R5 district, so it's in a residential district.
Oh, okay.
And according to the
Thank you.
code, the sign can't be more than 15 square feet, and the sign height can't be higher than 8 square feet.
Thanks, Bill.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
So I think it was what, 12.85.
Yeah, so what they have here does meet the
Okay,
zoning
okay,
ordinance.
good. All right, so getting back to the the text, that you think it's a little busy? I mean, that's just my comment, and I think we need the address on there also, which should be an easy thing to put somewhere,
We
the address
can-
number.
We could certainly add that, sure.
But I don't know. Like I said, that's my comment on, it just seems awful busy.
I mean, looking at it that way, the only thing I understand why you have all of the special education law, but maybe if you just eliminated lawyers for kids and families underneath the initial heading, because it's pretty obvious, I think, through, I don't know, to me it seems obvious but you kind of get it through the rest of text, and then it would just really make the rest of it stand out more. I don't know if you'd really even notice, like Bob said, I don't know if you would notice that Lawyers for Kids and Families as you're driving by, but if you eliminated that, you would definitely get it from the rest of it. It would just stand out more, I think.
Yeah, I think it's more than anyone's actually going to read.
I think you'd be more likely to get people to take a look at the rest of it
Sure.
that way.
I mean, it's your sign.
Right, and
Right, they were just, you know-
I mean, there was a few, I guess, back and forth
Right.
with regards to
It looks good.
design.
Yeah, it does, it looks great.
As long as I don't have to take my name off, I'm fine.
As long as I call you the right name, too.
Any idea on some of those, the actual size of the letters?
We could call that out, but I mean, you know, we're talking about a area that is, you know, roughly three feet. So I would say that they're on the order of the estate planning, juvenile justice, disability laws, probably around the inch, a little better than an inch, high text. So it is small. There's a lot of information on it. I get that. And we certainly can work through that aspect of it. And we can call that out as well, if that's something that you know, you'd need to see as well.
I don't know, I mean, you fellows are architects, what do you feel? I mean,
Yeah, again, it's your sign, but I think it's a good comment. I think less is more, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, we went back and forth
Yeah.
and tried to hit that, you know, middle ground, but we
Right.
probably tried to put too much in. I think
Mhm.
we'll adjust.
I think, you know, we could certainly approve it and maybe ask you when you come up with the finished text, just to resubmit it with the townships, just for the files.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if that'd be all right with you guys.
Certainly.
Yeah, you guys okay with that?
Fine.
Okay, I mean, I think it looks good, the posts are good, the sign itself's good, the materials, and, you know, it meets the square footage requirements, so. You guys,
Yeah, I
you
like the
guys are all right
umbrella.
with that?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
so you'll work on the text, and whatever you're comfortable with, but we'll ask you to add the address number, if you would.
Sure.
Whether it's on the sign, or maybe just a little something below it, or somewhere where it's visible, yeah. I don't know, or even on the post, if it would look right there.
Okay.
Okay, so no lighting, correct?
No lighting.
No lighting, okay. All right, and it's 10 foot off the cartway?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what other comments from our board? Questions, comments? Tony, Lisa?
Looks good.
Okay. Any comments or questions for us?
No, I
No.
think we've covered it.
Okay. Who wants to take this one?
Uh,
Brian?
In the matter of DRB 2013-76, Frankel and Kreschenbaum at 1230 County Line Road, I move that with the addition, we approve the signage with the stipulation that the address number will be added and that you'll consider reducing the amount of text in the sign.
Okay.
Okay, good. Do we hear a second?
A second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay, terrific.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And again, when you have a finished copy, just drop it off to the office, and they'll keep it in the file.
Sure,
Okay?
absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, you bet. Okay, so fourth on our agenda is old business, and I believe Bill Miller would like to say a couple of things.
Yeah, as most of the board is aware, this is going to be probably my last meeting with the board, because my pending retirement is December 22nd from full-time employment here at Radnor. And I would just like to thank the board. The board's very professional. I think they do a great job, and you guys are just great. So I'd like to
Thanks,
thank
Bill.
you for all your help and everything.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Lots of luck, Bill.
Well, thank you for everything
Yeah.
you do, too. Everybody will miss you, I'm sure.
Thank you. Okay, is there any old business for our board tonight? No?
Yeah, I'd like, Bill. I'd like
Your
to
mic's off,
discuss,
Tony.
We're offline.
No, we're online. Oh, okay. All right, no other, okay, old business for our board. Public participation, doesn't look like anybody's here. Somebody make a motion for adjournment?
I move to adjourn.
Thank you. I'll second that. Okay. Thank you.